Alright, listen. I know it's April Fool's Day, but this is not a joke, okay? This is real. Well, kinda. Not really. This is a real thing the community actually made. It's just not official, like real sensible TF2 things, such as tickling your enemies to death. You see, way back in the prehistoric years of 2009, it was common for people to speculate on what surprises the next major update to TF2 would bring. You know, back when getting an update at all wasn't considered an earth-shattering surprise in and itself. People would theorize about all sorts of additions, ranging from new weapons, game modes, and maps, but none were quite as tantalizing as the potential of the mythical 10th class. There were many rumors and ideas floating around at the time, but the most popular by far was none other than the guard dog. You see, it was back in September of 2009 when a person by the name of Pyranodon created this delightfully realistic update page to showcase their pitch for the guard dog. On the first day of this marvelous update, the guard dog was revealed, along with its weapons and even a delightful list of achievements. It was said to be somewhat of a jack of all trades, a multi-function class that would serve as a good pick for attack, defense, and support all round. So what can this protecting puppy do exactly? Well, the website unfortunately lacks any deliciously crunchy stats, but we can presume the guard dog would likely be the fastest class in the game, which I'm basing solely on this image where it's chasing down a scout, and also the fact that it's a dog. In terms of unique abilities, its main claim to fame is its tracking down skill. Basically, it allows you to take a big unhealthy whiff of an enemy's corpse or dropped weapon that then puts a permanent tracker on them for the rest of the game. It doesn't matter if they change class or even disguise or go invisible as spy, you can always see them at all times. This would probably be about as fair as it sounds. Love the idea of essentially just bullying one particular player for the entire match for no reason at all. It's just kind of streamlining the authentic TF2 experience, really. Its other ability comes in the form of a taunt where you just take a piss, really. That's right, you just straight up leak on command, allowing any nearby sniper to fill up their Girardi. Speaking of lethal weapons, we should probably get into those. Its primary is the Hanger. Essentially, it's two machine guns that appear to have at least had 100 ammo. It's said to be weaker than it seems, which makes it feel like it would have functioned sort of like an SMG that didn't need reloading. Its secondary, however, is where things get interesting. The Helper. This peculiar device would allow you to pick up any medkit or ammo pack and deliver them to your teammates. It also states that it can be used to steal from enemies with a wacky outcome, whatever that means. I find this fascinating because this could either be super helpful or major ass, as its one huge downside is that you can't use any other weapons while holding something, which would lead me to believe that a whopping 0% of players would bother using it. That said, with proper team coordination, this could go hard by fetching metal for engineers who are too busy to get it themselves or to keep it heavy in the front lines for longer. It kind of reminds me of like a primeval version of the proposed ammo reserve. It's fascinating. And its final weapon is the Hater. Basically, it allows you to do this. It also comes with rocket boosters to speed you up for a few seconds, as nothing can't be improved with rockets. The last thing we were treated to today were the achievements, and I gotta say, it's kinda awe-inspiring that they created 37 unique thought-out achievements, most of which have totally original art just for this. Seriously, take the time to pause and look through these. The dedication is inspiring. So to my understanding, Day 2 actually came a short while after Day 1, as the author has some comments at the bottom explaining the awesome response they got after the first day. It was seriously a huge thing at the time. So huge in fact that Valve themselves even responded to it, but I'll get to that a bit later. For now, we have hats and collars. Indeed, the guard dog couldn't really fit into TF2 without an assortment of cosmetics, now could they? At the top of the page, we have 5 unnamed cosmetics, including a top hat, a TF collar, and a life preserver. And also, yes indeed, a familiar subject of this channel, the Cheater's Lament, which at the time was the only hat that the majority of players owned, so it makes sense to include it here. Below, we have some actual named cosmetics that the creator made, that being the Racer, the Inquisitor, the Wild Dog, and my personal favorite, the Shame. Then we have a couple of community-made, or at least suggested items, the Punk and the and finally the High, a cute little reference to the movie Up, which had come out earlier that very same year, no less. Actually, the Shame might be the Up reference, I don't know, they both are. Anyway, after that we got the addition of 2 fan favorite community maps, CTF Aerospace and CTF Convoy. Convoy being particularly notable, as I'm sure not only have you definitely played this map before if you've ever perused the community servers, but its Halloween variant, Hell Train, was actually officially added to the game in 2022, so that's pretty scrumptious, eh? At the end of the day, Pyrannodon gives a few clarifications and an overall huge thanks to the community at large, as this truly was a huge event. Everyone I knew who played TF2 was talking about it, and even Valve themselves made a special blog post in the form of a man code letter just to shout it out. That reads, "G'day, inventor. Thank you for your submission of the following prospective man code product, number 1308, Guard Dog. Item retrieving canine appendant canine unit. First off, let me commend you for your ingenuity with regards to the item you invented. Your application is pending. Watch your mailbox because we will evaluate your invention and get back to you. I look forward to working with you in future. Sincerely, Saxton Hale." Now, of course, nothing really came of this acknowledgement. I shouldn't have to tell you that the guard dog did not, in fact, come to the game, but regardless, it was still awesome to see Valve talk about it and bring even more eyes to it as well. The guard dog was such a big topic that it still lingers in the minds of many to this day. In fact, in 2019, a full decade later, a group of dedicated fans came together to breathe new life into the idea, with one known as Maxi creating a new model, and Anomade making their very own Meet the Guard Dog video with music by Magnus. I highly recommend checking out their stuff, as I probably showed a lot of it in this video, and they deserve all the attention for their work. Links will of course be in the description and in the card here as well, if I remember. Now, I'm sure many of you might be thinking, what would happen if they actually really did add the Guard Dog? Would it be a great addition, or would it be absolutely dog shit? Obviously we'll never know, as it was never added, but I'll be honest, as cool as I thought it was back in the day, there was always one major reason why I'd personally never wanted in the game, and that is, I don't want to hurt a dog, man. Dum 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 bing biddy ding 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 bing biddy ding 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 ba 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 bum bum ba 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 ba